of Nineveh. And the city Nineveh was the capital city of the Assyrian Empire. So when we look at the enemies of Israel throughout time, we look at the Philistines, very powerful enemy, and the Assyrians. Babylonians, Assyrians, very powerful enemy. These are two of the most powerful enemies that Israel has ever faced. So Nineveh is the capital city of the Assyrian Empire, Sennacherib, Rabshakeh. Nineveh is the capital city of this empire. Nineveh and the Assyrians were conquerors. They were not people that negotiated. They were not merciful people. They were very violent. The city Nineveh was a very rich city because the Assyrians were conquerors. They would go around conquering nations and taking other people's stuff and the pristine things of other nations they would acquire, and then they would showcase them in Nineveh. Beautiful art, architecture, buildings, all sorts of worship of different gods. They were idolaters, sexually immoral, a lot of debauchery going on, highly mystic, if you want to call it that. They were very much so in the arts of spiritual systems. They worked with many different gods, lots of witchcraft, sorcery, wizardry, all of which you will find in Nineveh. They were the type of people that when they came upon your nation, they just decimated things. They didn't leave anything. They liked to torture. They would cut off people's noses. They would skin people. They would decapitate and impale and flail, skin people. They would deport people. They would enslave people. I mean, yeah. Can I paint a more fluid picture for you? Nineveh, the Assyrians, destroyed Israel. It was the Assyrians. They destroyed Israel and almost took Judah captive. This is how powerful these people were. So when we look at Jonah being approached by an angel of God to go into Nineveh, of all places, this is the capital city of the entire empire. And to tell these people that they're going to be destroyed, he was legitimately afraid. He knows he feels as though there's no way that there's not going to be any pushback from this. These are conquerors. They're cool with the riffraff. This is not going to scare these people. They're going to have a physical response to me because of my activity. This is what Jonah feels. And this is why Jonah is more afraid of the people of Nineveh than he is of doing the word of God. He runs. Now, I don't want to get into why Jonah ran. I really done a podcast or a Bible study on that, because I do believe that Jonah ran for a number of reasons, not just because the monumental calling that God had put on him, but I believe Jonah ran because he needed to legitimize, was this of God? Because you must understand that in the world that we live and in the world that Jonah lived, there are many imposters of God and of gods. There are many spirits needing attention. So they will impose themselves as whatever and whoever they need to upon an unassuming individual, lest you prove them.